we're going to learn something. We're going to take the reins here. I like this theme, this Western theme. I promote two things, Toastmasters and square dancing. But, so we're taking the reins here, how to embrace social media. Our presenter is Tracy Decker. She's our scout for this meeting. And Tracy is from Columbine Communicators in Littleton, Colorado. Tracy is finishing up her bachelor's degree in communication this summer, which includes an internship, for which she chose to focus on social media marketing as the new vice president of public relations at her club. She had that role once before, but it was not right when she went back to school, and she didn't feel like she put the effort into it and that club deserved. And I like that because it shows, comes back around, get another chance to do it. So she is taking a do-over. Please welcome Tracy Decker with her speech, Taking the Reins, How to Embrace Social Media. Tracy.
I just want to make sure this is good sound. All right. Well, hi everyone. My name is Tracy Decker, and I am the new Vice President of Public Relations for my club, Columbine Communicators in Littleton, Colorado. I have a confession to make. I don't know what I'm doing. That is about what I know about public relations right there. Well, you heard I'm in college, so I did take that one class in marketing a couple months ago. So maybe I know about that. You see, social media is just not my thing. I have a Facebook page. I don't post very often, but when I do, it's usually pictures of my pets, occasionally a trip with my husband, and a lot of nature photos. I have Instagram. It's been an embarrassingly long time since I updated that. Those pictures right there are about 3.5 years old. And yes, that is the current state of my Instagram account. I have a YouTube channel, which I use on a very limited basis for yoga, and then I have LinkedIn. LinkedIn is my happy place. LinkedIn is business networking. I know how to do that, and I do keep that profile updated because it's like my living resume, right? It's a CV. So right about now, you're thinking, why is she the VPPR of her club? Couldn't they find anybody better? And also, what is she doing talking to us today? Well, as you heard, I'm taking a do-over. I took over that role in my club right about the same time I went back to school and about the same time that I had lost my mom and was trying to settle her estate. Everything else in my life at that point went on the far back burner. So I didn't give this role the justice that it deserved. We've established that social media is not my thing, but learning is my thing. I'm back in going through college for the third time. This will be my third degree, my first bachelor's degree though, in communications. I'm going to New Mexico State University online. And I'm down to my last 2 classes, one of which is an internship this year. For my internship, I had to submit a proposal to my professor with goals and plans for my club. I had to recruit somebody to be my internship supervisor. Somebody in my club was gracious enough to take on that role and mentor me a little bit. But I'm here to learn. That's what Toastmasters is about, right? We are here to learn how to communicate, how to lead, how to do things in the club that will apply to our lives outside of the club. So I'm giving OJ on-the-job training here, and my internship and my classes, my degree will finish on August 1st. I'll continue with the VPPR role, of course, through the end of the Toastmaster year, but that meant that I had a very short time to cram in a lot of what I wanted to accomplish. One of the goals that I set for my internship was to get the ball rolling on an open house for my club. Now, of course, it can't happen in the month of July, but I have set a date for September. I've started the flyers, something I can put in my portfolio for my class, and I've started collecting a committee of people who can help me because we're a team. I don't have to do this all by myself. Another goal that I set was to lead the VPPR training at Toastmasters Leadership Institute on July 27th in Littleton, Colorado. It's a lot closer to home for me. And somehow, I got roped into doing this one too. But I'm really happy to be here with you all today, so thanks for having me. The other main focus of my internship is social media marketing for my club. I started my internship basically in the month of June, and I hit a lot of roadblocks right then. We had 2 previous Facebook pages for our club. One was started in 2011, one was started in 2019, and those VPPRs left our club with no information on how to log into the accounts. And so I kept trying to figure out who those people were and contact them and reach back to them, and they're dead end. So I started working on Facebook. Okay, how can I cancel these other 2 accounts? You can't. If you're not the owner of the account, they won't let you delete an account. So we now have a 3rd Facebook page for our club. But my commitment to my club is that not only will I keep it posted and updated while I'm in this position, I will also leave a succession plan for future VPPRs to be able to pick up where I leave off. I have created an Instagram account. We've established that is not my forte, but I've already done more in 2 short weeks than I have done in all of the years I've had a personal Instagram account. And I've set up a YouTube channel with videos forthcoming and a LinkedIn page. This is the one that I love because it's business marketing. I think every business person needs Toastmasters. So if you are new to Vice President of Public Relations, if you are new to social media, what do you need from your club members? You need people to like and follow your accounts. And then you need people to react to, comment on, and share your posts. Now, if you can get them to react with a like, a thumbs up, okay. But if you can get them to love it or laugh at it, and on LinkedIn you also have support and celebrate, those will move things up in the feeds more quickly. You'll get more traction that way. And then if you can get people to share it, well, commenting gets more traction as well, but sharing it, that's a win-win. Your members get to humble brag on themselves. Hey guys, look what I'm doing in Toastmasters. And then your club gets visibility and maybe new guests and members, or at least Toastmasters as an organization if they have, Facebook friends who don't live in your direct area. You also are going to need volunteers for your social media posts. You want to spotlight your members. That's the whole point of this, is to make people look good and feel good about what they're doing. Toastmasters International does require signed photo and video releases for that, and that's just an easy form you can download off the website. If you're like me and you don't know anything about this, you're going to need help and advice. So I've gone to my other club members who are a little bit younger than me, who are social media stars, and I've asked them, how do I do this? And I've asked my club members, what do you want to see on our posts? What would interest you? What would you want to share on your Facebook page or on your LinkedIn account? So my hope is, I forgot to mention that the reason that I set up my social media accounts to begin with was to market my home business. Sometimes I actually remember to post on my business pages. But I'm hoping that this will apply to my real life, and I'll get to start this habit and apply it to my business pages when I'm alongside of this or when I'm finished with this role. But Michelle Obama says, just try new things. Don't be afraid. Step outside of your comfort zones and soar, all right? And Toastmasters is that safe place where we can practice, where we can try new things, where we can stumble and fall even, and maybe fail. But we learn how to fail forward. So until you try, how do you know you won't soar? So get ready to take the reins and embrace social media.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much for that. And that's what's important. You can't do anything